Right, welcome back to another mussel fishing video. Today is a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you how to make shark chum. This chum doesn't only work on sharks, you can use it for obviously tope, you can use it for smoothhound, rays, conger eels, bream, pretty much anything. And all you're going to need is obviously preferably mackerel. It's a nice oily fish, but any fish, guts, head, old bait, literally absolutely anything you can get your hands on which you can grind. You're going to need a grinder or a mincer. You're going to want some oil, and you're also going to want some bran. Very, very simple. I'm going to show you how to make it. I use flower pots to store it in. We put it in the freezer, and then when we're at sea, we either put it in a bag down with the anchor, or we just fling it over the side and let the bits come out. It really does draw in the fish, and I do think it gives you quite a big advantage to everyone else who doesn't use it. The shark season's coming up now. It's the end of June. So July, August, September, a good time to target the blue sharks, the fresher sharks, and on all the other shark species. I really want to try and get a fresher this year. I don't think I'm going to, just purely based on the fact I haven't really got the time to target the fresher shark because I'm doing a species hunt this year, so I need to be doing lots of different things. But I am going to be trying to do some blue shark fishing, hopefully in July. So this is why I'm making the chum, and I just thought I'd do a video to show you guys what to do. Right, so I've got my disgusting fish. A good friend Dan has saved me loads of his guts and stuff, and he dropped them off the other day, which is very kind. They were frozen when I got them, but obviously now they've been left out a little while, they're not frozen. When you're chumming, generally speaking, it's a lot easier to chum with frozen fish. It makes it a lot easier, but we're going to give it a go anyway. Now this is a hand mincer. Other mincers are, to be honest with you, a bit better. You can get electric ones, you can use garden shredders. People pretty much use anything. But I quite like using a hand mincer. I find it quite therapeutic. You'll see there a little bit of chums just starting to come through. You don't need to mince it up as much as this. You can just chop it into little bits and use it. But I need to tighten the mincer on there. It's pretty gross, pretty disgusting. An electric mincer is a lot quicker. But as I say, I just like using a hand mincer because it's a bit of fun. But as you can see, starting to form some little pellets there. Just put all your fish through the mincer and collect that and put it in your bucket, and then just basically fill up your bucket with all your gross fish, and I'll show you what to do next. That is prime. That is fantastic stuff. See, that's what we're making there. Lovely, beautiful, fishy meat. Oh yeah, fun. So we're just grinding it up in there, putting it in there, putting it in there. Once that's full, it's going in there. And then we'll add the fish oil and the bran. So a lot of people will tell you frozen stuff's easier to chum, and it is, to be honest with you, a lot of the time. So this is just frozen bluey. Bear in mind, it's a very soft bait. I mean, that goes in the blender so easily. Little push down. There you go, starting to go now. Once it's gripped on these hand ones, the job's a good one. There we go, off it goes. You'll notice certain fish produce slightly different colour chum. So the mackerel and the bluey and the high fish content fish, you know, with lots of oils in it, will come out a more darker bloody colour like this, which you can see there, more like more like cooked mince really. It's quite brown. But if you go over here, this stuff's a lot lighter because it's got it's been just different fish. That's pouting, whiting, stuff like that. There's bits, some slightly bigger bits in there I haven't chummed up totally. I'm gonna mix them all in. But yeah, a lot of different guts in there, some heads in there. Lovely, look at that, beautiful. You'll see here, this is just a bucket, you know, from the freezer. And what I'll do is after a session, all my old bait, which isn't fresh anymore, all goes in there and it all gets chummed up for bait, so nothing gets wasted. I see so many people binning bait, and I just think, use it. You know, if shore fisherman is a bit more tricky, I suppose, if you're going to for chum, but if you're a boat angler, a kayak angler, a sib angler, whatever, as long as you're on the water and you can use this chum, get using it. Don't waste a thing. Get it churned up, get it in the grinder. Right, now my arm is aching. That's what happens when you use a manual mincer. It is better using an electric one or a garden shredder, but as I say, I quite like using my muscles and having the exercise. So we've got a full bucket now of chum. We're going to put that into a bigger bucket. We're going to add some bran, and then we're going to add some oil. We're going to mash it all up, and then we're going to put it into the smaller tubs to use on our sessions. Oh, gross. Disgusting. Now with the bran, I'm going to add it so it's about just sort of I don't know, 20% more covered than the meat. We'll mash it up with a bit of 4x2 wood, which is here. You can use a scaff bar with a bit of welded metal on the end just to bash it all up. And yeah, we'll play it by ear as to how much we add in. All bran is it's a horse feed. It's basically just a whole meal wheat. And what will happen, that will soak up all the oils, all the blood, bits of fish, and it just helps the chum last a bit longer. And it adds a little bit more to that slipstream of bait and smells. Right, that'll be about enough to start with. We'll give that a mix and we'll see what it looks like. Right, so we added quite a little bit more chum. I'm quite happy with the density now. There's more fish really to bran, which is what I prefer. There's enough bran there to sort of condense it up and make it bulkier, but there's not enough bran that the smell isn't that great. So as you can see, nice consistency, lots of fish, and the bran just helps bulk it out and make it go a little bit further and slows the particle release down. We're now going to add some salmon oil. We'll add about, I don't know, probably about a quarter of that, I suppose. It's very nice, disgusting oil, that stuff, which is what we want. You can actually add olive oil as well to make it go a little bit further and just sort of bulk it out again. But I'm not going to on this occasion, but I probably will on my next lot. So I'm going to say quarter of that, add it in, mix it all up, and then we're going to get it in our flower pot tubs. Then once we put the oil in, just give it another mash, like so. It sticks together nicely after this as well, once you put the oil in. Oh yes, that is looking absolutely lovely. I hope the sharks in July appreciate the effort we've gone to here to make this beautiful stuff. Right, let's get that into some flower pots. Here at Mussel Fishing Channel, we're not scared of getting our hands dirty. The other half won't be so happy, but it is what it is. There you go. That is a beautiful chum pouch there. Put that in the freezer, and then when you send it out, we'll put it in a bag over the side of the boat and let all those beautiful particles release themselves. You can do much if you're going to go for the whole day. You can put a much bigger, you can get a whole massive tub and just use that. But I prefer smaller size ones, and then just add, you know, leave that for 3 or 4 hours, put another one in. Yeah, ideal. And if I'm going out on the kayak as well, for sharks. This is perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. So we'll probably get about, I don't know, 7 or 8 tubs, I'd imagine, out of this lot. Obviously, you can do it in much bigger bulk than what I've done. This was just an example today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different, and shoot any questions you might have my way. I'm not an expert in chum making, but it really isn't complicated. As long as you've got fish, guts, bran, oil, and a mincer, anyone can do it. But don't just use this for sharks, use this for all the other stuff. It definitely helps in the water. Get a bit of scent down there, you're always going to catch more fish. Thank you for joining us. Have a very nice week, and subscribe if you haven't already. Cheers, take care.